Success is often said to speak for itself, yet what happens when those nearest to you turn a deaf ear? In a serene cafe nestled in Seattle, Jessica Carter finds herself by the rain-kissed window, the steam from her coffee swirling upward, unable to compete with the tempest brewing within her. Her name has adorned the pages of city newspapers. Her policies have revitalized neglected neighborhoods, but during the last family gathering, her work went unmentioned by anyone. Instead, the spotlight shifted to her brother Matt, the corporate golden boy, while Jessica's contributions to public service were once more overlooked again. The hurt lay not in their words, but in their silence. Have you ever experienced that sensation? As if you could conquer mountains, yet return home to be regarded as the black sheep? Today transcends Jessica's quest for recognition. It delves into the transformative moment when a woman resolves to stop seeking approval to illuminate her true self. This narrative transcends her experience. It could very well resonate with yours. If you've ever struggled to make your voice heard in an environment that turns a deaf ear, remain with us. Jessica's journey unfolds as a tale of bravery, subtle defiance, and the steadfast strength of authenticity. Do not miss a moment. What follows will test the very foundations of her family's beliefs, and perhaps even reshape your understanding of success. Let us uncover the truth. As Jessica sat in the cafe, her heart weighed heavy with longing, her desire familiar yet distant. She yearned for a validation that seemed just out of reach, especially during those family gatherings where she often felt like an outsider looking in. We just saw Jessica reflecting on those moments of invisibility. Despite her accomplishments in public service, they paled in comparison to the traditional paths walked by her family. Her brother Matt's corporate feats were celebrated, yet her own victories in civic duty seemed to drift unnoticed. This deep yearning arising from the unspoken expectations and traditions loomed large in Jessica's heart. Familial relationships, she realized, were a powerful force that could uplift or confine. As she wrestled with carving out her own identity, the internal battle raged on. Would she ever be more than the black sheep? Her journey was one of reconciling who she was with who her family hoped she'd become. This tension has profound implications both internally and outwardly. People often find themselves torn between the comfort of belonging and the authenticity of self. How does Jessica navigate these muddied waters of family expectations and personal dreams? What's next? Let's find out. Having recently examined the deep-seated influence of family dynamics on Jessica Carter's existence, we now venture further into a conflict that strikes at the essence of her identity: a struggle between pursuing her fervor for public service and adhering to the conventional corporate triumph that her family reveres through her brother, Matt. Matt, the favorite son and corporate paragon, dazzles under the Boston skyline as he climbs the political hierarchy alongside Governor Thomas. His successes are celebrated with fervor, the Carter family often extolling his feats at every family gathering. Conversely, Jessica's decision to pursue a career in public service is met with doubt. Her family perceives her role as misaligned with conventional success. It strikes them as eccentric, overly idealistic. Even with her unwavering commitment to uplifting marginalized communities, they regard her as an outlier, wandering far from the familiar route of corporate achievement. Jessica, her father, frequently admonishes, public service is for dreamers. Why not chase a legitimate career, like Matt? These words reverberate in her mind, sowing seeds of uncertainty. Amidst her steadfast determination, have you ever experienced the sensation of invisibility despite your endeavors? Much like Jessica, when her voice goes unheard, her mother's beaming pride for Matt shifts into a look of disappointment directed at Jessica. Yet, concealed beneath this familial veneer is a daughter yearning to create a significant impact through her work. Even as the burden of her family's scrutiny often diminishes her spirit, yet Jessica clings to her purpose, a guiding light illuminating her way through this familial wilderness. Her chosen journey transcends personal ambition, aiming instead for meaningful transformation. Still, she grapples with doubts, pondering whether she will ever convert judgment into support, and if her family will come to recognize the worth of her endeavors. Dear listeners, what traditions weave the fabric of your families? Jessica's journey invites us to reflect on our definitions of success. Can we expand our perspectives, shattering the boundaries that frequently restrict our acknowledgement of diverse paths? As we delve into the emotional impact of familial expectations on Jessica, let us also ponder what would it require to view each family member's journey through a lens of empathy rather than competition. What lies ahead? Let's discover together as we explore the intricacies of Jessica's narrative. We find ourselves drawn back to those family dinners where the warmth of laughter often conceals unspoken pain. At the expansive wooden table, Jessica perceives more than the mere clatter of cutlery. Her mother's voice, cloaked in casualness, weaves sharp remarks into the dialogue. Your brother's promotion is a testament to his hard work. This subtle reminder reverberates with a familiar refrain. In her family's perspective, success is quantified by titles and paychecks. Her father's gaze, though filled with affection, misses the admiration he bestows upon others. Public service, Jess, it's noble, but don't you think it's time to think about something more stable? These words echo in her mind, frequently surfacing in moments of solitude. Each recurrence deepening a story of feeling undervalued. Jessica's gaze wanders to Matt, her brother, radiating pride. His accomplishments a centerpiece at family gatherings diminish her dedication and fervor in public service. Discussions pivot, centering on the honor of his role with Governor Thomas, while her mentors and significant contributions linger unacknowledged, as if cloaked in the shadows of societal expectations. Though she presents a calm exterior, Jessica grapples with a torrent of feelings: frustration, pain, an intense desire for acknowledgement. Her heart longs for recognition, not for adhering to norms, but for carving out her own unique path. It's a silent struggle, one that resonates only with those who understand the weight of being labeled the black sheep. She ponders, why must true purpose seem so insignificant in the face of conventional success? The dining room, once a sanctuary of shared warmth, now resembles a battleground where her aspirations collide with the weight of familial expectations. The relentless insistence of her parents on traditional paths echoes through her existence, a refrain that has yet to harmonize with the symphony of her dreams. What lies ahead for Jessica? Will there be a moment when her endeavors gleam as brilliantly in the eyes of her family as her brothers? As we contemplate this, the journey unfolds, with recognition poised to greet her in the most surprising of places. What's next? Let's discover together. As the resplendent glow of the chandeliers bathed the room in elegance, Jessica found herself in unfamiliar territory at the governor's gala. Navigating the glittering attendees with poise, yet staying close to the background, despite her primary role as a junior staffer for a local senator. The room buzzed with an energy she could not quite place until one fateful moment shifted the evening's tide forever. Suddenly, amid the orchestrated hum of political chatter, Governor Thomas himself approached Jessica, a figure of authority and admiration in the world of public service. His presence was magnetic, drawing an intrigued circle of attention around them. In an unexpected turn of events, the governor openly acknowledged Jessica not just as a staff member in attendance, but as a beacon of civic dedication. It was her work for the underrepresented communities of Seattle that had caught his rare feet that did not go unnoticed. Your initiatives, he began, with a tone carrying equal parts respect and curiosity, are shaping not just policies, but lives. You have a true impact. As his words began to resonate with the gathered audience, Jessica's breath hitched, a swirl of emotions rising within her. Witnessing this monumental acknowledgement was none other than her brother, Matt, positioned just a few steps away. His eyes widened in disbelief, a visible cocktail of bewilderment and budding admiration. For Matt, raised in the throes of traditional expectations and the allure of corporate success, this moment was a revelation. Jessica's quiet resolve and fierce dedication had indeed transcended family prejudices and societal norms. The governor's endorsement was a testament to Jessica's true power, her ability to foster change from the ground up. In family, as in life, echoes the unique impact of pivotal moments like these. Witnessing the governor's genuine appreciation turned into a silent bridge between estranged siblings, opening doors to new perspectives and mutual respect. As we dive deeper into this unfolding narrative, we find ourselves reminded of the beauty in the unexpected, where validation comes not from expected places but from unwavering commitment to one's path. What else lies ahead in Jessica and Matt's shared journey toward understanding and unity? Let's find out. At the recent Governor's Gala, a pivotal moment emerged, intricately woven into the fabric of family dynamics. Jessica Carter, often overshadowed by uncertainty within her own kin, was honored by Governor Thomas for her remarkable civic contributions. This accolade transcended mere professional recognition. It stood as a radiant light against the murky perceptions held by those who should have been her staunchest supporters. For Matt, her brother, who found himself amidst the clinking glasses and lively chatter, this acknowledgement served as a profound revelation, a moment of clarity. He had consistently viewed his sister through the prism of familial expectations and judgments, often burdened by the weight of his own achievements. Yet, in that instant, an undeniable truth emerged. It was as if a shroud had been lifted, granting him a clearer perspective of Jessica. Not merely as his sister who opted for an unconventional journey, but as a person of considerable influence and talent. This event heralded the start of healing emotional rifts. A journey that was neither quick nor easy, yet undeniably vital. For the first time, Matt glimpsed beyond the entrenched beliefs that had long dictated his actions and thoughts. In this moment of revelation, he reflected on his judgments, coming to the realization that success was not a universal fit, nor should it be restricted to familiar patterns. It challenged everything Matt considered to be true, compelling him to reassess the rigid structures that shaped family relationships. Did his former perspectives truly honor the essence of who Jessica was? The once clear boundaries began to fade, giving way to empathy and insight. This newfound clarity prompted a subtle yet profound transformation within him, one that transcended merely acknowledging his sister's professional achievements to recognizing her intrinsic worth. Their relationship, once strained and distant, now glimmered with a hint of hope, presenting an opportunity to rebuild on the solid ground of mutual respect and admiration. Matt began to perceive Jessica as a reflection of his own aspirations and fears, serving as both a challenge and a lesson in embracing varied paths. Can he stand alongside Jessica, honoring her strengths and accomplishments without bias? Might this signify the dawn of a broader awakening within the family? We will delve deeper into these inquiries as we explore the lessons gleaned from Jessica's journey, a testament to the enduring strength of heart, perseverance, and the deep bonds of family. What lies ahead in this unfolding narrative? Let us discover together. Contemplating Jessica's journey unveils profound lessons woven into the rich fabric of her experiences. The recent acknowledgement from the governor of her accomplishments has begun to heal familial divides, hinting at a burgeoning understanding and respect. Jessica's narrative underscores the poignant strength of perseverance. In the face of skepticism and dismissal from her own family, she steadfastly pursued her path. Her unwavering commitment to public service, even amid scrutiny, reveals how persistence can quietly transform doubt into waves of success. Her tireless efforts stand as a guiding light, demonstrating that tenacity, often overlooked, can ultimately sway even the sternest of critics. Equally powerful is the lesson of authentic self-validation. Jessica's realization that her worth isn't defined by external approval liberates and empowers her. It serves as a reminder that self-worth must bloom from within, nurtured by our ideals and accomplishments. Her courage to embrace her path despite familial pressures to conform offers a profound insight. Authenticity, though at times solitary, stands as an unyielding foundation for self-love and growth. At the heart of these lessons lies the profound nature of unconditional love and support. Although Jessica's family initially struggled to comprehend her ambitions, their evolution toward understanding and acceptance reveals the depth of familial ties. True love offers support without conditions, encourages quietly, and lifts spirits in times of vulnerability. Families, much like Jessica's, may falter in recognizing the full range of their members' aspirations, yet their unwavering love ultimately cultivates a shared appreciation and deeper connections. This transformation from misunderstanding to acceptance embodies the essence of family, a steadfast commitment that surpasses differences and navigates complexities through unwavering support and love. Jessica's journey transcends the individual. It weaves a tapestry of experiences that resonate with the collective human spirit. As we immerse ourselves in her tale, a poignant question arises. How might we integrate these insights to enhance our own familial relationships? As we move forward into the next chapter, let us reflect on these themes and discover what lies ahead. Let's embark on this exploration together. As we delve deeper into Jessica's story, one truth becomes undeniably clear. Families are the heart of who we are. Yet navigating these relationships can be complex and challenging. We just saw the universal lessons Jessica learned, persistence, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now, imagine applying these lessons in your own family life. How often do we shy away from conversations that matter, fearing judgment or rejection? Silence can widen the gaps between us, but open communication acts as a bridge, fostering understanding and empathy. Forgiveness, too, is a powerful tool. Holding on to past grievances only hinders our growth, keeping us bound to the very conflict we seek to resolve. By allowing space for vulnerability, we invite deeper connections with those we cherish most. Think about your own family dynamics. Where could you be more open? What forgiveness could you extend? And remember, change often starts with the simplest first step. As Jessica transforms her relationships and gains newfound respect, consider how your actions might pave a path for healing and unity within your family. What's next for Jessica's evolving journey of reconciliation? Let's find out. We just saw the importance of open communication and forgiveness in family dynamics. Now, let's reflect on Jessica's inspiring journey. Once considered the black sheep, Jessica carved a path in public service, challenging her family's traditional expectations. Her journey wasn't easy. She faced dismissal and doubt, especially from her brother Matt, who thrived under conventional corporate success. Yet, Jessica's persistence in her civic career led to unexpected validation. At the governor's gala, a pivotal moment unfolded as Governor Thomas recognized her contributions. This shining recognition shattered her family's misconceptions, opening Matt's eyes to her potential. For the first time, Jessica sensed genuine respect from those who once overlooked her. The bond between her and Matt strengthened as they gained a fresh appreciation for each other's dreams. Through vulnerability and determination, Jessica transformed not only her self-worth but also her family's dynamics. Her story reminds us that respect often begins from within and can ripple outward, healing and deepening familial ties. What's next? Let's find out as we explore the impact of prioritizing family bonds and embracing our unique paths as paths strengthen relationships, one step at a time. As we've journeyed with Jessica, witnessing her perseverance and growth amidst familial challenges, one truth becomes clear. Family is the bedrock of our lives. It's where we first learn love, resilience, and the importance of staying true to who we are. So today, we invite you to reflect on your own family bonds. How can you nurture them further? How can you unleash the power of understanding and acceptance, just like Jessica and her family did? Together, let's cherish those moments of connection, however small they may seem. They form the tapestry that makes us who we are. And when life presents challenges, remind yourself of the strength within. The unique path you walk, a path worthy of your family's pride and love. Sharing stories like Jessica's can be a beacon of hope for those navigating similar journeys. Share your stories, inspire others with tales of overcoming, learning, and loving, as we all strive for deeper connections. Because, after all, our greatest successes are rooted in the love we share and the families we cultivate. What's next on this path of growth? Let's find out as we continue Jessica's story. We have just witnessed the profound impact of Jessica's longing for familial recognition. Now, let us rewind to the pivotal moment when her extraordinary journey commenced. Her college years at the University of Washington. Envision a lively campus, a tapestry of diverse voices resonating through its corridors. It was here that Jessica's fascination with public policy ignited, not merely through textbooks or lectures, but through the dynamic conversations that blossomed in dorm common rooms and during late-night study sessions. Her peers, hailing from an array of backgrounds, introduced her to a multitude of viewpoints, stoking her desire to effect meaningful change in the world. During these pivotal years, Jessica discovered the essence of advocacy through the guidance of Dr. Lena Hughes, a remarkable professor renowned for her significant impact on her students. Dr. Hughes recognized a glimmer of potential in Jessica, latent brilliance eager to emerge. It was under her tutelage that Jessica grasped the complexities of policymaking, spurred on to embrace audacious endeavors both within the academic realm and beyond. Jessica often reflects on her professor's poignant reminder: policy is not just about laws, it's about the lives you touch. This sentiment became a guiding light for her journey. Amidst the vibrant energy of university life, Jessica took the initiative to establish the UW Public Leaders Society, aiming to bridge the gap between students and influential figures in public policy. This endeavor rapidly gained momentum, drawing interest from both students and local policy advocates alike. Through the society, Jessica orchestrated forums that allowed students to interact directly with policymakers. It was at one of these gatherings that she encountered her mentor, Senator Dempsey. As she listened to his words, she felt a surge of inspiration from his unwavering commitment and the tangible impact of his grassroots efforts. The senator, acknowledging Jessica's fervor, extended an invitation for her to intern at his office. This moment signified a pivotal shift, transforming her theoretical knowledge into tangible experience within the political arena. Collaborating with dedicated colleagues, she began to grasp the intricate process of turning policy concepts into real-world results. This journey transcended mere procedural learning. It was within this environment that Jessica authored her inaugural significant piece of legislation, focused on enhancing community development initiatives. In retrospect, Jessica views this chapter as a transformative journey of growth, resilience, and aspiration. Every obstacle she encountered, whether it was the late hours spent crafting policy briefs or the intimidating experience of articulating her thoughts among seasoned experts, her steadfast determination, a defining moment, lingers in her memory. During a summer internship meeting, Senator Dempsey openly stated, "Jessica, you possess the tenacity and vision to bring about genuine change." Those words struck a profound chord, solidifying her conviction in her path within this realm. Jessica's college experience transcended mere academics. It became a transformative journey that began to redefine her sense of self, standing in stark contrast to her family's expectations. There was a bittersweet irony in her burgeoning love for public service, a domain her family regarded with doubt. Yet, it was this very commitment that subtly started to shift their perception of what success truly meant. Her narrative embodies a profound truth. A family's initial misunderstanding should never hinder one's pursuit of passion. With her diploma in one hand and newfound confidence in the other, Jessica stands at the precipice of her career, poised to confront the challenges that await beyond the university's embrace. With each step, she draws nearer to her ultimate aspiration, the transformation she has envisioned for a world in dire need of it. What lies ahead for Jessica, as she evolves from a promising student into a formidable presence in public policy? Let us delve into how those initial professional hurdles have further fortified her determination. As Jessica embarked on her journey into public service, she carried a fervent passion kindled during her college years at the University of Washington. Yet, each step felt increasingly burdensome as she maneuvered through the intricate landscape of a new career. Joining a local senator's office, she was resolute in her desire to leave a lasting impact, but the weight of familial expectations loomed large. In a family that celebrated corporate triumphs, Jessica's chosen path appeared not only unconventional but almost defiant. Conversations with her parents often left her grappling with self-doubt, their support scant, their admiration seemingly reserved for her brother, Matt, the benchmark of success. It was in these trying moments that Jessica's resilience was put to the ultimate test. Her unwavering commitment to instigate change propelled her forward. Even when the odds felt insurmountable, she tirelessly worked late nights, combing through policy proposals, fueled by a deep-seated belief in the power of civic duty. But the burden of familial doubt was her constant companion, whispering insecurities that threatened to drown her resolve. This is the story of ambition meeting its toughest test. Just as Jessica began to feel overwhelmed by the enormity of the tasks ahead and the stark lack of familial support, help arrived from an unexpected quarter mentor named Eleanor Shaw. Eleanor, a seasoned policy advisor and respected figure in public service, noticed Jessica's dedication and took her under her wing. Under Eleanor's guidance, Jessica experienced a transformative shift. Eleanor had a way of seeing possibilities where others saw walls. She encouraged Jessica to channel the noise into purpose, reminding her that every significant change in history began with someone daring to defy the norms. Eleanor's wisdom became a lighthouse in the stormy seas of Jessica's early career. Through meaningful conversations over countless cups of coffee, Eleanor taught Jessica to embrace her unique path. She shared stories of her own struggles and triumphs, making Jessica see that the road less traveled often leads to the most rewarding destinations. The mentorship provided by Eleanor became the steady foundation that Jessica so desperately needed. With Eleanor's support, Jessica began to view her struggles not as insurmountable hurdles but as stepping stones towards effecting real change. In the face of limited family support, Eleanor became the beacon of encouragement, helping Jessica find her voice in policy discussions and empowering her to advocate for her ideas passionately. And in this nurturing environment, Jessica's determination grew, bolstered by the newfound strength she drew from her mentor's example. These early career struggles and the relationship with Eleanor were pivotal in shaping Jessica's career. She learned the invaluable lesson that sometimes family is not only the one you are born into, but also the one you build through the bonds of shared purpose and dreams. Eleanor's mentorship ignited a transformation in Jessica, allowing her to balance ambition with grace, pushing her to strive for change with unyielding tenacity. But as Jessica started to find her footing, what lay ahead? How would this newfound strength manifest in her journey? Let's find out. In our recent exploration, we uncovered the early career struggles of Jessica, characterized by a lack of familial support and an indomitable spirit to effect meaningful change. Today, we turn our attention to a crucial, significant policy victory that not only solidifies Jessica's standing in public service but also begins to reshape her family's views. At the center of a community crisis, Jessica confronted an underserved neighborhood battling insufficient health services. Motivated by her mentor's unwavering faith in her abilities, she took decisive action where it was most urgently needed, leading a comprehensive initiative. Jessica aimed to improve healthcare access for the community. At its core, the policy involved setting up mobile health clinics capable of reaching individuals in remote and underserved areas. Jessica's tireless advocacy, fueled by heartfelt testimonies and undeniable data, caught the attention of local leaders and won over public opinion. With her indomitable spirit, she catalyzed a movement, galvanizing community partners and volunteers. While drafting legislation that recognized healthcare as a right rather than a privilege, the proposed policy faced numerous hurdles, not the least of which was her own family's skepticism, a belief that such endeavors were beyond her reach. Determined to prove otherwise, Jessica worked day and night, drawing strength from her devotion to the cause and her mentor's unwavering support, and lo and behold, her persistence bore fruit. Against all odds, the policy received overwhelming backing, becoming a beacon of hope and sustainability in the community. Suddenly, those she once thought immune to change, including the doubters in her family, began to see her in a new light. They began to question if one voice, her voice, could forge change on such a grand scale. What other assumptions had they gotten wrong? This moment wasn't just about policy, it was about breaking down barriers and redefining expectations, an astute reminder that success is often not about standing taller than others, but in uplifting those who dare to hope. Witnessing her impact, Jessica's family began to soften. Conversations once tinged with tension evolved into discussions filled with respect and admiration. Her brother Matt, in particular, started to see her not as a competitor, but as a testament to their shared potential for greatness. It was a subtle but powerful shift that signified more than just familial acceptance. It was the beginnings of recognition, not only of Jessica's capabilities, but also of the empathetic leadership that could bridge gaps otherwise left unnoticed. Jessica's victory was no ordinary win. It sowed seeds of change, demonstrating the power of empathy, perseverance, and the willingness to stand firm for one's beliefs. This win not only opened doors for improved living standards, but also opened the minds of those nearest to her, challenging them to rethink the values that truly bind a family together. As we reflect on Jessica's journey, we're left with a poignant question. How often do we overlook the extraordinary within the familiar? How many Jessicas are awaiting acknowledgement for her hard work and indomitable spirit right within our midst? As we ponder these thoughts, let's remember the transformative potential that lies in every act of understanding and acknowledgement. Remain engaged as we delve deeper into Jessica's journey, a tapestry woven with the support of friends and colleagues who bolstered the unwavering determination that paved the way for her success. In the intricate tapestry of life, certain moments emerge as pivotal, linking our history to the vast expanse of what lies ahead. Following Jessica's notable triumph in policy, a subtle yet profound change began to unfold within her family's perception of her. Yet, genuine metamorphosis often calls for companions who can pierce through the clamor of skepticism and illuminate the path of potential. Enter Sarah Dempsey, Jessica's steadfast confidant from their college days. Their friendship, rooted in the vibrant years at the University of Washington, blossomed into an unyielding connection. Sarah, a beacon of unwavering optimism, has consistently served as Jessica's reflection, showcasing her strengths even in moments of satata, living testament to the aspirations they once sketched out in their dorm room during those late-night conversations. On a candid afternoon coffee break, Sarah listens intently, her gaze fixed on Jessica's face, a steady anchor amid the swirling uncertainties. "Jess," she says, her voice imbued with gentle insistence, "remember why you wanted this, why we dedicated countless hours to poring over public policy papers. It was never solely about demonstrating anything to anyone, not even to your family. It revolved around transforming lives and creating an impact. That is who you are at the core." Her words resonate with undeniable truth, adding yet another stone of resolve to Jessica's foundation. Such is the enchantment of friendship. It perceives us not merely as we exist, but as we have the potential to become, steering us through the fog of uncertainty. Alongside Sarah's steadfast faith in her, there exists the quiet fortitude of Daniel Tran, a colleague who aligns with Jessica's aspirations within the senator's office. Their professional bond has matured through years of collective hurdles and victories, characterized by a deep respect that extends beyond the confines of their workspace. Through countless late nights and shared battles for advocacy, Daniel has become a reliable guide, a subtle architect assisting Jessica in charting her path. In a moment of introspection, as the day draws to a close, Daniel gazes at Jessica, his voice imbued with earnestness. "You realize that the work you do, it's not merely important, it's essential. Every day, individuals are reaping the rewards of the policies you have implemented. As insecurities begin to seep in, draining your vitality, hold close the images of those whose lives you've touched. That is the true measure of your worth." His words shine like a beacon, piercing through the haze of her soul, igniting the flames of her steadfast commitment. The intricate dynamics of these connections, Sarah's steadfast friendship intertwined with Daniel's professional support, create a rich fabric of encouragement that empowers Jessica to remain resolute in her mission, even when her family's expectations cast shadows on her value. The remarkable bravery we sometimes need to chase our dreams often springs from those who wholeheartedly believe in our capabilities. Together, they bolster her sense of self-worth, providing the strength required to forge ahead despite any doubts from her family. They also reveal a deeper reality. While familial support may be inconsistent, the families we choose, our friends and allies, frequently serve as the anchors that uphold us through life's tempests. As Jessica taps into this steadfast network of support, she begins to perceive herself through the eyes of these two essential figures, reigniting the fervor that initially inspired her journey into public service. A transformative realization emerges, one that transcends her current situation, embracing a wider definition of family as those who elevate us and illuminate our true potential. Family is frequently perceived as a connection established by birth. Yet, as Jessica discovers, the most profound bonds can emerge from the companions we select for our journey. This epiphany enriches her understanding of self, emphasizing that true worth is not dictated by external judgments, but by the authentic affirmations of those who truly recognize and uplift us. As we move forward, a compelling question surfaces. Will Matt's awareness of the blossoming support surrounding Jessica lead him to reevaluate his own notions of success? The answer awaits us. As we turn our attention from the nurturing forces surrounding Jessica, we venture into the intricate, emotional terrain of her brother, Matt. He finds himself at a familiar crossroads, where familial expectations and personal revelations intersect. Until this moment, his perspective on Jessica's career had been obscured by the imposing shadow of tradition and success as defined by their family, quantified in corporate titles and esteemed affiliations. Witnessing Jessica's recognition at the Governor's Gala, where her accomplishments were not merely acknowledged but celebrated, something began to awaken within him. Initially, he approached the evening with a default skepticism, almost instinctive, deeply ingrained in subconscious bias. Yet, as he observed Governor Thomas genuinely appreciating Jessica's contributions, Matt felt his long-held beliefs subtly challenged. Could it be that success might wear different faces, ones that diverged from the familial mold he had always known? In the hushed stillness following the gala, Matt finds himself ensnared in a web of contemplation. He replays the evening's tapestry, a blend of unexpected pride interwoven with a deep sense of introspection. Jessica stands out in his mind, her confidence radiating, her accomplishments crafting a narrative that beckons his attention. An internal dialogue unfolds, navigating through assumptions and inviting a reevaluation of success, not solely for Jessica, but for himself as well. Had he been too hasty in dismissing her journey? With each moment of quiet reflection, Matt begins to challenge the rigid boundaries of his own existence and decisions. Was his drive rooted in authentic ambition, or merely a response to the expectations of others? This vulnerable moment, peeling back the layers of his discontent, confronts him with a profound realization. The admiration he now harbors for Jessica is not a product of obligation, but a genuine respect. In the stillness of his thoughts, Matt finds himself drawn into a profound self-examination, one that compels him to consider his identity not solely as a brother, but as a person weaving through the intricate tapestry of personal and professional realms, all deeply rooted in family principles. This moment transcends the mere recognition of Jessica's determination. It ignites a flame within him, propelling his own journey of reflection. He begins to grasp that her unconventional path is a testament to bravery and authenticity he has quietly longed to embody. Witnessing Jessica's success prompts him to ponder his own decisions and the genuine fulfillment he finds in his work. As the inner dialogue unfolds, Matt senses the slow dissolution of self-imposed constraints. He ponders how has he confined his own potential by clinging to established beliefs. Could he, too, liberate himself from the weight of expectations and embark on a journey driven by passion instead of duty? These reflections linger, ushering in the prospect of transformation. His admiration deepens, accompanied by a burgeoning empathy that enables him to view Jessica's dreams through a lens free from judgment. It is within this intricate tapestry of contemplation that Matt discovers the bravery to contemplate what genuinely matters: authenticity, support, and understanding within a family built on the delicate equilibrium of expectation and love. With each passing day, Matt permits these reflections to evolve from mere thoughts into profound insights. Subtly altering his viewpoint, he starts to perceive beyond the superficial, recognizing the resilience required to forge one's own way, particularly when it strays from the familiar route of familial expectations. It is a transformation, a personal odyssey that resonates with Jessica's, serving as a reminder that genuine success might be measured by the bravery to follow one's true course. We invite you to ponder this. How frequently have you transcended the judgments and expectations imposed by others to genuinely recognize the flair and resilience in the journeys of those nearby? Might these instances of introspection guide us toward unlocking our own potential, much like they're currently doing for Matt? With this contemplation in mind, let us proceed with our inquiry. What awaits us next? Let's discover together. As we progress from observing Matt's evolving viewpoint, we explore his understated admiration for Jessica. While Jessica boldly forged her own path with impactful policy decisions, Matt, captivated by the gentle echoes of her accomplishments, found himself unwittingly immersed in her realm of influence. In the quiet hours of the night, illuminated by the soft light of his computer screen, he began to peruse reports and articles that highlighted Jessica's initiatives. Initially, it stemmed from a simple curiosity and attempt to grasp the essence of the sister he believed he understood. Yet, this exploration soon revealed layers he had never noticed before. Jessica had transformed into a catalyst for genuine community change, championing policies that connected divides and illuminated neglected issues. Matt, familiar with the conventional corridors of power and the familiar route of political bureaucracy, began to question whether he had underestimated the influence one could wield without the accompanying spectacle. Beneath his calm exterior, a tension simmered. In his dealings within Boston's political landscape alongside Governor Thomas, Matt had traditionally gauged success through the lens of promotions, accolades, and recognition from powerful individuals. Yet, as he observed Jessica confront the status quo with her genuine fervor, it became clear that her method possessed a remarkable grace. Have we in some way misinterpreted the essence of true influence? This contemplation weighed heavily on Matt one evening as he perused an article celebrating Jessica for leading an initiative that profoundly enhanced local education policies. Critics, constituents, and colleagues had all acknowledged her efforts, and in that moment, he found himself reassessing his understanding of success. One quietly witnessed accomplishment at a time. Was this uneasy admiration a mirror of his own yearning for fulfillment? Deep within the confines of his daily grind, Matt started to ponder whether he had relegated his true calling to the sidelines, merely to satisfy external demands. Perhaps, just perhaps, Jessica had uncovered something profoundly meaningful. Journey forged not by duty, but by authentic influence. In the stillness of his desk and the solitude of his dinners, he wrestled with these thoughts. Was it possible to blend the meticulously crafted career he had pursued with a fresh belief ignited by his sister's path? This silent contemplation urged him toward deeper reflection, gently questioning the tenets that had long directed his professional existence. With every breakthrough Jessica achieved, Matt felt a quiet cheer rise within him, a growing respect for her unwavering tenacity and the solid vision she embodied. It seemed that through her accomplishments, Jessica was extending a hand, closing the gaps that had long existed within their family. An unspoken bond began to form between them, still in the shadows but powerful enough to shape their thoughts and perspectives. Eventually, Matt came to realize that what truly held significance was not the title or position he held, but rather the individuals whose lives were enriched by his efforts. Perhaps it was through observing Jessica's influence that Matt experienced his own moment of clarity, leading him to reflect not only on his current standing, but also on the path he genuinely wished to pursue. What unfolds next in this tale of kinship, achievement, and quiet metamorphosis? Join us as Matt navigates this path of introspection, surrounded by reverence and personal revelation. In the wake of secretly following Jessica's work and quietly applauding her achievements from afar, Matt Carter found himself trapped in an emotional labyrinth. The pressures of family expectations weighed heavily on him, a burden stitched into the fabric of his existence. Raised in a household where corporate success was heralded as the ultimate marker of achievement, Matt had built a career in the political realm, striving tirelessly to exemplify the ideals cherished by his parents. Yet, deep within, a silent conflict simmered, one that mirrored the tension between competing loyalties and unspoken admiration for his sister's courage. Matt's evening routine had evolved into a clandestine ritual, scrolling through Jessica's social media feeds, watching her addresses, and reading the editorial praise she garnered. Each piece of commentary, a testament to her impact on the community, left him awash with a strange mix of pride and envy. Here was his younger sister, branded the family outlier, who was doing something profoundly different and meaningful. Yet, the weight of familial expectations and traditions held Matt back from publicly supporting her, fearing the repercussions of stepping out of line. In those quiet moments of introspection, Matt came to a profound realization. Expectations had shaped the very path he traversed, dictating his vision of success. He grappled with the definition of achievement that had been instilled in him, a definition that now felt increasingly vacuous in light of Jessica's remarkable independence. Was success merely a matter of titles and accolades, or was there a deeper, more genuine essence to be cherished? This question haunted Matt through sleepless nights. As he observed Jessica receiving accolades from colleagues and mentors, he sensed a widening gulf between the ambitions he had been taught to chase and the newfound understanding of what truly mattered. Yet, the idea of publicly acknowledging Jessica's accomplishments filled him with unease. The weight of his parents' expectations and the family narrative loomed heavily, casting a shadow over his thoughts. But the pull of his conscience and his burgeoning respect for Jessica's authentic path were undeniable, nudging him ever closer to a critical threshold or point of potential transformation. In an uncharacteristically candid moment that autumn, Matt found himself on a quiet park bench, rehearsing in his mind the words he'd long wished to say to Jessica, knowing that these words held the power to alter their sibling dynamic radically. He grappled with vulnerability, a human weakness he'd been conditioned to suppress. Could admitting his admiration and support free him from the chains of expectation and open an authentic connection with his sister? The question lingered as Matt pondered the next step. With his internal conflict bubbling to the surface, Matt was on the cusp of self-discovery. His yearning to support Jessica was no longer a silent wish. It had become a call to grow, to challenge inherited norms and redefine what family success truly meant. Throughout his contemplations, Matt was slowly crafting a personal blueprint of growth anchored in empathy and acknowledgement of the changing tides within his heart. What was his next move? Would he muster the courage to bridge the gap and stand alongside Jessica in her journey? What's next? Let's find out as we explore how Matt seeks out guidance from an unexpected ally, Governor Thomas, in unraveling the true meaning of success. As we move away from Matt's internal struggle, caught between the demands of his family and his respect for Jessica's understated successes, we arrive at a crucial moment in his path. Matt finds himself in an imposing office, confronting a figure whose influence resonates deeply, both politically and personally. Governor Thomas. The governor's authoritative demeanor is tempered by an authentic curiosity and layers of compassion. He lifts his gaze from the mountain of paperwork, locking eyes with Matt in a way that dissolves the barriers of formality. "Matt," he starts, his voice a blend of command and kindness, "I understand you're the brother of Jessica Carter. What a remarkable lineage of accomplishments you have." The remark resonates profoundly with Matt, stirring feelings he has long concealed. A moment of pause, a subtle crack in his typically steady facade, and then Matt articulates gentle yet unmistakable, "Governor, I must confess, for an extended period, my perception of success was rather narrow. I quantified it through titles, salaries, and the sort of accolades that are effortlessly flaunted at social events," he confesses. Yet, observing Jessica, particularly after that gala, has truly broadened my perspective. She has revealed to me that genuine influence frequently resides in the unspoken words, the gratitude that goes unrequested. She is transforming lives, and I find myself beginning to realize that perhaps this is the true essence of success. Governor Thomas, a figure well-versed in the intricate dance of state politics, reclines thoughtfully, mulling over Matt's insights. Jessica's contributions may not always bask in the limelight, he acknowledges with a nod, yet their impact resonates profoundly. It's truly admirable when someone so intertwined with such a legacy acknowledges it. What she's accomplishing, what you're witnessing now, is what I define as transformative leadership, Matt. It's about discovering joy in service and enhancing the world around you. In this moment of revelation, Matt experiences an unexpected vulnerability, a tapestry of empathy, respect, and newfound understanding intertwining with his perception of his sister's journey. "It's true, Governor," Matt concedes, awakening to Jessica's quiet revolution. "It seems that she is not merely seeking to be heard, rather, she is actively choosing to listen, to comprehend, and to take action." The dialogue unfolds into a profound examination of values, the insights Jessica has imparted to Matt, all without the slightest intention of doing so. A quiet transformation unfolds within, reshaping Matt's perspectives not just on his career and personal legacy, but also on the very nature of family and love. The governor, perceiving this shift, softly encourages, "The world requires more of that, Matt, and perhaps, so does your family." As they bid farewell, Matt senses a revitalized sense of direction. The burden in his heart, laden with familial expectations and self-doubt, feels diminished, as though nudged gently toward a metamorphosis. As Matt prepares to depart, a lingering question hangs in the atmosphere, inviting both him and the audience to reflect. What does it truly mean to reshape success within the intricate fabric of family, and in what ways can our personal evolutions ignite inspiration in those we cherish? What lies ahead? Join us as we explore the rising tension, uncovering acknowledged imperfections and the subtle comprehension that starts to forge connections within Jessica's family. As twilight enveloped the Carter household, a sense of expectancy filled the air. We have just witnessed Matt's epiphany during his dialogue with Governor Thomas, and this fresh insight has sparked a chain reaction, guiding us to this pivotal moment just before a long-awaited confrontation and reconciliation between Jessica and her parents. The weight of familial expectations hangs heavily, yet the promise of transformation lingers. Poised on the brink of realization, Jessica lingered at the kitchen table, where a tapestry of memories and unspoken sentiments wove a delicate barrier between her and her parents. Her father moved cautiously across the room, eventually taking a seat across from her, his weary sigh filling the air. Her mother entered quietly, the gentle clink of her teacup resonating with the unease that fluttered within her heart. "Dad, Mom," Jessica started, her voice a mixture of resolve and fragility. I understand that my choice may not align with your expectations, but it's a path I wholeheartedly believe in. Memories of countless family dinners rushed to the forefront, hushed uncertainties, uninvited counsel, and the persistent echo of her brother's successes. Yet, in this moment, she stood poised to create a space for authenticity. Her father's gaze softened, a silent recognition of the obligation to hear her out. "Jessie," he murmured, a hint of nostalgia lacing the nickname he hadn't uttered in years. "We never questioned your bravery or beliefs, we just struggled to comprehend them." Her mother, too, discovered her voice after years of silence, serving as a shield. "We've been tough on you, perhaps out of fear of the unknown. But witnessing that Governor praise you has illuminated our perspective." Acknowledging this forged an unseen bridge over what had previously been turbulent waters. Taking a deep breath, Jessica pressed on, her words infused with a hope that this moment might mark a pivotal change. "I've always admired both of you, and aspired for my work to create an impact, even if it diverges from our original vision." Her voice remained steady, each syllable echoing the resilience she had nurtured. Her father leaned forward, a gesture that broke the pattern of his usual distance. "We understand now that we've imposed our own insecurities onto you," he admitted, a moment of shared vulnerability that felt like a breakthrough. "We've always admired your strengths, even in times when we failed to support you." Jessica's heart swelled, the small admission tugging at tightly held annoyances, transforming them into tender understanding. Through unshed tears, her mother added, "You've taught us resilience. It's humbling to witness you achieving things we couldn't have envisioned." This fresh dialogue flowed with a sense of shared release as barriers of misunderstanding fell away, uncovering a steadfast tapestry of familial affection, untouched by the masks it had long donned. A hush enveloped the space, not uncomfortable, but soothing, each person silently reflecting on their past selves and the possibilities of who they might yet become. Jessica's face softened into a gentle, hopeful smile, her shoulders easing as if shedding the weight of a misunderstood past. "Thank you," she murmured, believing that this simple expression might mend wounds that had been slowly healing for years. "I've longed for this." Her father returned the smile, a genuine warmth illuminating his face. "We'll always be here, supporting you, no matter what." It was a straightforward declaration, yet within its simplicity lay the profound depth of unconditional love that had often gone unnoticed. As they lifted their cups to celebrate a new beginning, the soft murmur of hopes and reconciliations crystallized into commitments. Their collective laughter resonated, sounding more authentic than it had in years. This poignant gathering marked not an ending, but the beginning of a fresh chapter filled with understanding. The family, previously fractured by unvoiced expectations, discovered harmony through the power of honest dialogue. The act of forging new paths does not necessitate the erasure of past ones. Rather, they intertwine, forming bridges that foster growth and empathy. As their dialogue deepened, a question hung in the air. How would this align with the thrill of upcoming projects and collaborative ventures waiting just beyond the horizon? Yet, that tale unfolds with the next scene. What lies ahead? Let's discover. Following their poignant dialogue with their parents, Jessica and Matt find themselves at a pivotal juncture. Previously marked by familial strife and career disparities, they are now united by a shared goal, a community initiative focused on rejuvenating the overlooked Riverside Park offers them a chance to work together, a moment to restore not only the greenery but also the essence of their bond. That as they assemble their tools and prepare for action, the atmosphere is charged, not with discomfort, but with a profound sense of camaraderie. They have transcended the roles of mere siblings navigating similar professions. They have become allies in a common endeavor, harnessing their unique talents for a greater purpose. Jessica, with her gift for strategic planning and community engagement, perfectly balances Matt's proficiency in logistics and governmental affairs. United, they form an unstoppable team. However, this initiative transcends mere civic duty. It embodies the strength found in collaboration, serving as proof that the chasms of history can transform into pathways when met with understanding and foresight. As they sketch their vision for the park on a sizable easel, their varied viewpoints enhance their strategy, elevating what might have been a straightforward renovation into a revitalized center for the community. Jessica pauses, her gaze sweeping over the park. "You know," she says, her voice imbued with a blend of wonder and intent, This place was once our cherished haven during childhood. Do you recall the family picnics? Matt nods, a gentle smile gracing his lips. The echoes of laughter, games, and shared moments of togetherness surge forth, reminding them both of the restoration they seek not merely for the community, but for their own hearts as well. As the day unfolds, volunteers begin to arrive, each infused with their own energy and enthusiasm. Jessica steps forward to organize the tasks, her leadership earning the respect of both community members and her brother. Beneath her natural authority lies a testament to her unwavering dedication and the countless hours she has poured into her calling. Matt, ever the pragmatist, manages the budget and materials, ensuring that everything flows seamlessly. Their collaboration captivates, and before long, the tale of this sibling pair spreads, motivating others to lend a hand. Nearby businesses provide donations of supplies and tools. Families arrive with homemade treats to share, and children supervised by their parents explore the freshly revitalized playground. The park starts to pulse with renewed energy, a powerful reminder of the strength found in togetherness and teamwork. Amidst the dirt-streaked faces and the echoes of shared laughter, Matt discovers a profound respect for Jessica's vision, while she starts to recognize the subtlety with which her brother maneuvers through the complexities of politics. It is within these small yet significant exchanges that understanding begins to flourish. When Jessica puts forth the idea of a community event to commemorate the park's reopening, Matt responds with enthusiasm, proposing that they involve civic leaders to advocate for this achievement as a shining example of collaboration. As the days seamlessly blend into weeks, the project's culmination approaches, revealing a park that, much like their bond, is being shaped into a lasting and exquisite creation. With a final stroke of paint, Jessica steps back, surveying the transformed space. "We did it, Matt," she murmurs, a sense of pride blossoming within her. Matt gazes around, admiration shining in his eyes. "Yeah, we did." Jessica and Matt's journey serves as a striking illustration of the possibilities that unfold when individuals transcend past grievances in pursuit of a common goal. Their initiative breathes new life into not only a park but also the connections that bind their family. This story highlights a fundamental truth relevant to every family, that when differences are embraced, they can transform into strengths, fostering growth and unity. As they ready themselves to unveil the rejuvenated space to the world, they stand united, a team, a family, a living testament to the strength found in reconciliation through collaboration. Yet, the narrative is far from complete. What further transformations await Jessica, Matt, and their cherished family gatherings? Let's discover together. We gather around a table adorned with cherished family recipes, symbolizing more than just a meal. It's an opportunity for hearts to break bread as much as for hands to share it. Jessica and Matt sit side by side, a mere breath apart, yet today they are worlds closer than they've ever been. Their recent collaboration on a community project left an indelible mark, showcasing the powerful potential when united by a shared cause. The room vibrates with animated discussions, an invisible warmth weaving through the air, reminiscent of Jessica's nod at the governor's gala. The shadows of former judgments have faded, supplanted by a desire to comprehend, to look past the labels and positions that have confined them for ages. It begins with a straightforward inquiry from their father, his tone imbued with a soft curiosity. "So, Jess, what precisely does your work with the senator entail?" It's a question imbued with sincere curiosity this time, free from the doubt that previously lingered in his tone. With a newfound confidence, Jessica discusses her role, detailing how her efforts contribute to the betterment of civic life, and, most importantly, how she is shaping policies to uplift the community. As she speaks, a glimmer of admiration shines in her parents' eyes, a silent acknowledgement of her remarkable journey. Matt interjects, sharing his thoughts on their collaboration. "You know, partnering with Jess on the community project revealed, to me, just how significant her contributions really are. It's incredible the impact her initiatives are having on people's lives," he confesses, his voice brimming with pride. The dialogue flows like a gentle current, filling the space with its significance. Her mother, once steadfast in her convictions about conventional career achievements, draws closer, sharing a moment of clarity. "I never truly grasped what you pursued, Jess, but now, now I comprehend its true value, and I am filled with pride." For you, a palpable and poignant shift unfolds as each family member offers their unique perspective. Mary, Jessica's sister, reveals how observing Jess navigate her journey ignites a spark within her, urging her to pursue dreams she once deemed unattainable. The conversation meanders smoothly, transitioning from Jessica's policy triumphs to heartfelt stories of resilience. It's a mutual sharing, a tapestry of narratives and insights that enrich the night with understanding and admiration. An aunt, typically satisfied to watch from the periphery, reveals an unexpected insight. Did you know that families who communicate openly report higher levels of happiness? I believe we are experiencing that this evening. Laughter fills the room, yet the truth lingers, stirring a shared recognition that their connection is gradually weaving itself into something more resilient. Silence envelops the room for a fleeting moment, as if time itself has paused. Then, with a voice that carries both reflection and optimism, Jessica poses a question that lingers in the air. What if we could always express our journeys without fear? How transformative might our world become? It's a question that strikes a chord, compelling everyone present to ponder their own obstacles and connections. As the evening unfolds, the layers of the past are delicately unraveled, exposing a tapestry of growth crafted through respect and acceptance. Jessica, once an outsider in her own family, discovers herself welcomed not as an anomaly but as a vital thread in this intricate fabric of kinship. This assembly transcends mere connection. It embodies the acknowledgement that their distinctions fortify their unity, and the understanding that every family member flourishes when bolstered by others. Relationships resemble intricate, flourishing gardens rather than straightforward paths, demanding dedication and nurturing. The family gathers a bit nearer, their laughter ringing a touch louder, and ultimately, their embraces grow a shade more fervent. It becomes clear that this moment serves as a foundation, a guiding light for what lies ahead, a testament to the impact of sincere conversation and the lasting resilience of love within the family. What awaits Jessica in her quest for familial harmony and self-exploration? Let us uncover the answer in the wake of a poignant gathering where candid conversations laid the groundwork for newfound respect and acceptance. Jessica stands at a pivotal juncture of recognition and self-discovery. Her journey, marked by trials and moments of invisibility, begins to crystallize in the way her family perceives her contributions, not merely as another voice in the chorus, but as a beacon of guidance in her own right. Jessica's foray into public service, once viewed as a departure from her family's conventional expectations, evolves into something far greater than mere acceptance. She emerges as a formidable leader, not only in the policies she advocates, but in the integrity she personifies. Her family, previously oblivious to her achievements, starts to grasp that her influence is profound, reaching lives far beyond their intimate gatherings. This awakening not only transforms their understanding of Jessica, it redefines the very essence of success itself. Leadership, it seems, is not merely a title granted but a role cultivated through unwavering dedication and relentless perseverance. Jessica's narrative invites us to ponder how we define leadership and success in our own lives. It beckons a moment of introspection. Are our values in harmony with those we cherish, or have we clung to inflexible expectations that disregard the significant contributions one can make beyond conventional boundaries? As we engage with this story, we are urged to reassess our interpretations of success and respect, extending these reflections to friends and family who may be navigating their own distinct journeys. Jessica's achievements transform into a collective triumph, resonating not only with the causes she champions but also within her family. Her parents begin to see her as a source of inspiration, prompting them to reflect on the significance of supporting aspirations that diverge from their own. This recognition goes beyond mere acknowledgement. It embodies a profound respect that transcends family bonds and extends into the community she nurtures. Her brother Matt, who once dominated family gatherings with tales of corporate triumphs, now shares her accomplishments with heartfelt admiration. Through his perspective, the audience witnesses the remarkable evolution of Jessica's identity and the far-reaching impact it has on those around her. Yet, one might ponder, what genuinely defines a leader? Is it the accolades, the acknowledgement from revered figures, or the quiet gestures of esteem from loved ones? Perhaps it lies in the myriad of subtle achievements sparked at the kitchen table during heartfelt, discussions that together forged the bedrock of a leader's legacy. Jessica's rise is not merely an individual victory, it stands as a tribute to the strength of resilience, illustrating how determination and steadfast faith can gradually reshape views, heal bonds, and cultivate a rich tapestry of accomplishments. Contemplating Jessica's journey, we find ourselves reminded that while success can be quantified in myriad forms, true respect is cultivated through action, empathy, and unwavering resilience. The thread of strength woven through Jessica's narrative inspires us to acknowledge and elevate the leaders that reside within our own spheres. It serves as a poignant reminder that each of us harbors the potential to lead in our families, our communities, and our respective fields if we have the courage to remain steadfast in our truth. Ultimately, Jessica emerges as a beacon of strength and determination, transcending her past as the black sheep to become a revered presence in her profession and a cherished member of her family. In this pivotal moment, we witness the profound impact of self-discovery and the revival of familial bonds. Her narrative, while deeply personal, resonates universally, a heartfelt invitation to celebrate and support the varied journeys our families embark upon. We pose the question, how might our world transform if we embraced the unconventional journeys of our loved ones? What lies ahead for Jessica and her family? Together, let us embark on a voyage to witness the steadfast influence of her determination, motivating all to embrace their authenticity and fortify the connections that unite us. As we reflect on Jessica's incredible journey, it's evident that her perseverance is more than just a personal triumph. It's a powerful testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit and its impact on family dynamics. Jessica's unwavering commitment to her truth, despite the initial lack of familial recognition, speaks volumes. Her journey, filled with moments of doubt and resilience, transforms her from an underestimated family member to a respected leader. This transformation doesn't just alter her path, it changes the way her family perceives success and, ultimately, how they perceive themselves. Her story encourages us all to question, what does success truly mean to us? Is it adhering to established norms, or is it courageously carving out our paths, regardless of external pressures? In our previous scenes, we witnessed her evolving identity being celebrated within her family and in her professional sphere. This wasn't an easy path. The shadows of familial expectations loomed large, whispering doubts and comparisons, yet Jessica stood firm in her convictions. By doing so, she not only defied the odds but also inspired those around her to rethink their notions of accomplishment and fulfillment. Her tale is a reminder that sometimes true leadership is about staying true to oneself, even when validation seems distant. Matt, her brother, epitomizes the transformative power of witnessing genuine perseverance. Initially skeptical, he learns to appreciate Jessica's unique strengths, leading him to reevaluate his own aspirations and beliefs. Through her example, he discovers that the true courage lies not just in achieving for oneself but in acknowledging and celebrating the achievements of others. Their newfound collaboration and mutual respect open doors to healing, proving that family ties can evolve and strengthen through understanding and support. This evolution extends to Jessica's parents, whose traditional outlook was challenged by her successes. The candid dialogues and honest reflections across family gatherings showcase growth and acceptance. They begin to understand that while their dreams for Jessica were rooted in love, her differing path is equally valid, opening them to the richness of diverse achievements. This newfound acceptance, rooted in open communication, cultivates an environment where love and appreciation can flourish despite initial misunderstandings. For viewers, Jessica's narrative is not just relatable. It serves as a poignant reminder that nurturing our familial bonds requires effort, empathy, and a willingness to embrace our personal stories with grandeur. In embracing her authenticity, Jessica inspires us to ask, how do our personal truths shape our relationships? Are we honoring our paths while also nurturing and valuing the bonds that tether us to family? These reflections hold immense potential in transforming our lives and strengthening our communities. Now, as Jessica's story concludes, it leaves us with a powerful call to action, one that resonates on every level. The triumphs and challenges of one can spark the inspiration for another's journey. Her commitment to self and family showcases the balance required to thrive in both personal and communal spheres. We are reminded that every family member, regardless of their path, contributes to a richer, more dynamic familial landscape. As we continue our lives, Jessica's story urges us to reconnect with our families, have those essential conversations, and be brave enough to share our personal victories and struggles openly. It's a celebration of the imperfect yet beautiful tapestry woven by authentic familial ties, nurtured through understanding and respect. Her story isn't just about success. It's a beacon encouraging us all to walk with our heads held high on our chosen paths, knowing that these steps also light the way for those following behind. So let's cherish our loved ones, celebrate unique journeys, and never forget the profound impact we can have on each other. While the path may be challenging, it is ultimately rewarding. Jessica's perseverance has not just created ripples within her family, it has ignited flames of inspiration within us all, challenging us to live authentically and nurture our ties with love and acceptance. What's next for your family? Let's continue to find out together.